For Kwame Nkrumah tikese echiremu a chama Wontumi sabre de 15 to 20 years de said ye tie bia no obekọ na uhwemu a oboase former oboase MP chairman anin opani so kase said ye tie bia no chama Wontumi ekwaya ekoso no de nya de a obenya ni tiri edidimu na ensem yi chairman Wontumi ensensem Wontumi say ase enipa bebre enti wo mu ho ase even lawyer na lawyer and the appear could be around who say or twe no ho afri ensensem yi mu nyina no amanfo enti ase na nkomodie akoso enti mumi nkotie nkomodie a
mo mo de ko wiwe kan na mo majai so dey say now nim Ghana so dey say akwe wonim zo ni kapre aba for this one benyeska o yesho was penny go for say wenyeska Ghana for now me no say na no o send area there obi a ti ga so ska na so baby me so me yan to ko so ska say me na me say bi me sa say e na me so me nko je ezim money bia me nje abansi ka bia da o dey say you know o ska say me bia me sika ne you know me bread na o dey dey bia lose money fra
you know azim crowd dey dey na say we be pa chew say wo mo attorney general ma mfa ne nkokọ ro mo kodi asem no obetua
o sikano to the hiamom for development ne no na ma ho o the baby me suggest bi say enka minister bi e bechiwa na abamu nipa na public servant bi a we sika bi aka ukroma o free no na ke bi akosi bi a say water closet papa bi ankofo bi nya bi mu nkwa na ke ayi bi amomo mu free na ya no public ana ina bi ani achota sikana kwa we ani dey sit down mama na go kro for na kwa we akwa we sikana we ne dey ma yan no we so this is how we should go until ka ya chukwa kwa me kuma say ya sika we no ka ukro mbabi ofre ni akosi community center o tadi o ne do ato sikana kwa me kuma we no ehun faso ni na ka efe
tikase corruption money center na ma memre me ho ade bi wo me ma hye me pa Minerals and Mining Act and Amendment no Act 2019 995 no 2095 no na section 99 no a person who buys or sells minerals without a license in accordance with section 6 82, 97, and 104, or a valid authority granted under this act or any other enactment commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a fine of not less than 10,000 penalty units and not more than 15,000 penalty units, and to a term of imprisonment not less than 15 years and not more than 25 years. Hey, now 2019 now one you know penalty and so do. Adai.
Papa. The 2019 Emra Ghana Benin and Ado Dankwe Gufado. Yes, or amend the Minerals and Mining Act to increase the penalties among others. I remember urgent caution. So we need to be cautious in how we amend our criminal legislation out of euphoria, out of ecstasy, out of, excuse my language, high libido.
Legal high libido.
Yes, legal high libido. No credit. Make I say, we need to be careful. And back on me, do you know why I say that?
Daddy.
You see, 1993, in our NDC, Abai, Attorney General, Obeda Samoa, Echo Amendi, Section 179 of the Criminal Offences Act 29. Introducing 179A, which is now known as the Law on Causing Financial Loss. At that time, the government then felt, oh, they are doing something to blah, blah, blah. from 93, in fact 93. All the people who have suffered penalties under Section 179 are all ending appointees, former appointees. So when that amendment was being made in 2019, I cautioned that we need to be very careful. Particularly legislations are.
Councillor, what I mean, Kawano, Section 2, no class, 99.2, no, was a person who, without license granted by the minister, undertakes a mining operations contrary to provisions of this act, acts or instigate, that is the B, command, counsels, procures, solicits, promotes any act in contravention of a provision of this act, in respect of which a penalty has not been specified, or contracts a non-Ghanaian, and also Basa, and also the same adio. Nature said, we instigate it, as we inquire, there were a be a Fusa when you say, and now what Penfidia be a mano, and now one, hey, I'm running ordering.
At that time, that MPP were, I think, 169 or 68 MPs. So when the law came, out of euphoria, out of what you describe how high legal libido, excitement, ecstasy, yeah, and we just touching the Lord. I said, is overly broad. Ecstasy, yeah, this law is overly broad. Overly broad. But at that time, no, the Obeka Biano, Obianti, because of the number, and then the law was passed.
Mami, Yura, Chama Wontumi, ne council, ne lead council, Yura and the Apia Kubi. Yadi assembly na no, court ni share say or file addresses. Addresses in so be file yes on file also on or before 17th of this month. Let us akan the form you or china and the chinechi. Wo file you, one file you. What the term will be 3rd July. And when a chile yabati say yeram appear kubi was the case, you know, while your application be at the aqua to court. Say yin o yin ho afimu na answer na the grounds for his withdrawal no ni nyina no o de ba beto eye court no anim na me bisa me say is he seeking to arrest the judgment say they am canon na no he's not seeking in any way to arrest the judgment na me pesa o maya disua kakra se manya asem eye criminal in nature near the aqua court near the ebreben and a lead counsel no obetimi atwe ne ho afim ana ebere bia watimi twe ne ho afim. Do we have precedence in law?
You see, the criminal justice system starts with an arrest. Oshaya at the beginning na a former attorney general Godfrey Debu Adame ona obebua Wontumi with me bail. Na lawyer and the appeal could be Ebamu, Gary Nimaku, Ebamu. In fact, there was a point, in fact, there was even a disagreement between and the appeal could be Gary Nimaku.
Oh, wow!
Yes, I mean, it's a matter of fact, a copy, I say, a man no more pay bill a man. Apparently, no Mr. Chama, during a different lawyer.
Yeah. Bitibisa.
The grammar Gary Crabbe for say one blockade Andy. And yeah, dear on a crabbe casabium. It was a whole mess. So eventually bail was worked on and he was granted bail. I think a bill no ma ukaya minority for ekoye picketing.
I'm got nothing from no.
Koye picketing ewo yoko hono. So eventually case no commence a problem. October honum. By October, every January, no more case management. Case management TV in a case Nankasa comments here. In a Attorney General FPA, the 3 witnesses. In a the senior and the appear could be any who quite at 2 Omano. At 2 Omano, come. It be some question. Be free. Now, the interesting part of this Wontumi trial and it's Emre bia o mefi cause bia no. Oshaya, the senior and many of the lawyers associated with him will grant an interview to the public. But okay, na ubunso money blogger nenam. Bloggers are money on one.
One of the witnesses, Gomashi, according to Yeram Apia Kubino, also a buy and or the court to school church from mining laws, which is Aquanin Mupa Mekai.
Even that is before we know. Yeah, prosecution column witnesses first. Then a prosecution expert court and say, witness no, into witnesses are almost no. Now it can say, let me say you. They say Wontumi lawyer for counsel. Prosecution are making a case against Wontumi. Said you already have an establishment of no case. But what is it?
Two.
In the submission of no case now, Omoka say, oh my God. I mean, that's no normal right. Someone establishment. Just being extraordinary on the establishment of no case. So there's a case to answer. Immediately, Chama went to make us on any yarding into a mounted the friend of appeal. Appeal now, yeah, and so far, a mounted the friend state of proceedings pending the appeal. That not that the first was so somebody will pay the difference. It's almost the application by a normal court of appeal. It's okay, yeah. Even the judge, the ruling on the establishment of no case, on my that's on the whole line.
Possible counsel.
Okay, yeah. Even though the establishment of no case, judge, Emma, the ruling somewhere around plus or minus, I think the judge, for my ruling, 16th day of March. It took a while before Chama Wontumi opened the difference. All this while, lawyers for Chama Wontumi aren't raising anything about the conduct of the judge. In fact, Omufi Kota, they have a media around them, and the media will report. Okay, yeah. Chama Wontumi was given all the opportunities there to witness, including he himself, deciding to testify. I think that sitting where I sit and observing the proceedings, it looks like the defense.
Counsel, Chama Wontumi begina doc nimuno. He was led in evidence by Yuano and the Apia Kubi, the lawyer.
And he first led him, and then later he was cross-examined. What is it?
Tiopa.
And so, Okofa, former Western Regional Minister, Kobe, Honorable Kobe, Ebe testify Emano of a mining expert being so wisdom. So Gomachi or something, or Edem or something. and so by a better testify a man. For the past years, defense work na I think the defense lawyers were outsmarted by the Attorney General's team. That's what I'm seeing. Why do I say they were outsmarted? One would say a man chairman open a defense, no. I think that they never expected the defense or the prosecution to have conducted the cross-examination in this speedy way. Because MRP, Okoye cases say out. Hello.
So you also, you also see it too.
Okoye cases are now. You want some time to prepare yourself. What are you? Attorney General Crawford on cross-examination of the defense witnesses within a day, no maybe. So it looks like the defense lawyers were taken by surprise. Because an attorney general or prosecution sometimes delay, and normally one witness,
first, say anaka prosecution, Baba Kurano was so one prepare na yinwie court no man bre na ye kone ba afini a chire ne atwamwe wom se ade no estate so tie lawyer Mpia Kubia was say state no interest in case no content as wudi tz no twa ya na muminim na ko
o hwe ya I see prosecution adopted a strategy not to waste time on the defense witnesses. And I can understand because, you see, like I said, this is what I've been doing for almost 12 years now. In Ushaya, I think the strategy the defense, the prosecution adopted, say, one, witnesses no modiabano. Omu the witnesses of fact. One will say, witness be a back quarter, you can categorize them. You have a witness of fact and expect witness. What I say? We share all the witnesses now.
Witnesses of facts. And no ye dear bear pa, any mre na yentiasie.
Witnesses of fact, and you be or say, I said now more cannot. Either say my party in it and now meaning who be. Inti ebia chairman na kwa onene eye juma de bia owo site wono ana utia chairman say sebiu abrantie no oba site wono onene did the place na the man no but it was for reclamation but ojati inti so ni pani say betimi aba Abidia Semna Kajo, I no crew. Chairman at the site no at the mame for reclamation. Onim Woshi, Ana Cra say, Onipano cry to me ba Ebekate, only baby. And ma me ba consensus no. Na chairman in Nimushio, Mianka Sana made a mepe at the bar. But one would say the unfortunate part of this matter, so only panel. At the Daniel prosecution witness.
Any panel.
So only Pananka, Obit Medina Waka says, they are costing no Nimbushi, and I tell my Nimbushi.
Oh, yeah, witness of fact.
On only a witness of fact. So on another Daniel prosecution witness, what and it's not make us say, defense appears to have been marked by the prosecution. Where I sit as a defense attorney, that's what I'm saying.
Now, Mumra Muno, natural say, senka sabre nanko wo wonso wo accuse na fa enka exculpatory evidence bi wo ho a obeka ba se wasaba be di ha no na ekwa inculpatory abegensi
ono nonka me babon how me say the charge is more or less what assassinate a mining right ebrekwa ban edim wohwe okay, that's the charge or what facilitates mining activity emrekwa abaya amount to me no contrary to the Minerals and Mining Act. In our case in any so and yen sir activity are more kind of a reclamation. Sa reclamation no a branch in a mema is edumatie said you the bonnet. Aha. And I say a branch and no babon in the cars. And no crap when our mom is far side to one. Now, reclamation of my work canoe. It be a yana because the reclamation and all the money is casting fire reclamation. But just illegal.
Any pa.
Now, all the money is casting in fire. But you see, one man is a because when we say many good day at the Ateneka. From the Ateneka. Aha. It is only Pananka. Or no bit na a dance here when Marcus says that you say no. It's only Panasa that be one of woman is 2 minutes and maybe this education. Na ye reclamation pass reclamation a wo kamo da bi na mi tutu ni o makakra akra wo e de temeka and that is what complicates the matter for defense. Until I can say this would be matter. I see one strategy trying to undo another. One strategy trying to one team trying to outsmart the other. And I think, sir, with great respect to my senior Andy, his hands were tied. His hands were completely tied. He had very little ammunition, if any. Because the matter is yet to be pronounced upon, I'm restrained. In the sense it says, like I said, you have a witness of and an expert witness. Who do expert witness as bar? Or no, you might have possibly I call so no. A
bit say Bakuna or the by a gomashino or the church mining senia a city nomnia the idea list of grant nomnia the idea sa
on no providing expertise. In the rule of law, and say one expert ban another expert ban, the court would have to do an evaluation. Into say, prosecution will be free Minerals Commission at the buy. Again, the human all. So to be able to undermine only testimony, you need to bring a superior expert. Mekai Emrana Meye Jomoro. MP the issue no.
Afo wadam for all you always wadam for no. They need to purchase no. Na ayi Gary kra as a skin pay bi sani ade bi.
Deputy or your deputy transport minister.
Ah. Kese ko bia and Gary ehiano. Oye ya. Wouldn't you a picture? I mean, you quite of us in your beer. No, I send you. I'm see your friend.
Now, what is make I say a man, me as I came. Me will say, plaintiff no, and quite about testify. It wouldn't be me. Me say, plaintiff no, ye an expert on Ivorian law. It may be called Ivory Coast. I could spend 3 days looking for a lawyer who has great expertise in Ivorian nationality laws. And I'm going to buy it as my expert witness. plaintiff in Kwan better fire. There was no expert witness to contradict the many expert witness of the kind. So eventually, we said judgment now. The judge said, look, I am left with nothing than to rely on that expert witness. And the man court do assembly in my favor. In this case, no. I tell you now, for yes, or mark of fact, Obia, we use more mineral commission. That's in the field. Defense and so far, Miniago machine. That's strategy by strategy. At the end, the court would have to draw its inference. And so defense can compare Ochidako, former Western Regional Way. Sebio, say Ochidako, or Yejumama Wontumi.
Debbie.
So what would be the nature of his testimony?
Who says then a down for no was it Debbie? No, yeah, Western Regional Minister, no. And who cracked heavy on the by said, Nasa, Wontumi as a for a galanty. Indeed, there were an attempt to stop some mining activities are not illegal.
Prosecution had to cross-examine. Prosecution cross-examination was simple. Tell you the Samurai boy and Tano, and I think that's the Samurai boy one.
It's a Samurai boy one.
Were you ever at the site? What would be your answer?
So I said no.
Are you an employee of a contact mining and I want to?
Debbie.
It means that your Bible can only more personal knowledge. Yeah, I tell you,
Asabisan baby cross in whose stead, and I would dinner what Ekasa rest a canal was it there be
because at that time, no sign yet, respect chairman. Yeah, these were the things that came out strongly during the cross. Obianin is strategy. So I believe, sir, Akoyesi defense were taken by surprise by the strategy that the prosecution adopted. I strongly believe, sir, that defense had prepared a greater part of their defense around the second accused. Once the Attorney General slipped, it became problematic. And you see, second accused no offer so by prosecution witness no. Okay, he granted an interview to some radio stations. I think it's in Kumasi or something. I don't say, you. I'm not saying it looks like Jama Wontumi and take a particular interest in his affairs. Now, I say, minority for Krabe picketing no. Sebio ubia infino krase sebio oyenipa no so no kraye MPP ni maba na bibia kra na anko odwen se support bi omudebe ma Wontumi bia no omudebe ma no those things were not done nti ebedu be bia ahu je me aye bia uti play mu etu kwanya before ne betu no I hope that the king will come and say, in times of emergency, do what?
You say, for which you are not for we boom.
No. Almost say oxygen mask, no, feature one once where they are more.
I'm saying, you are now so.
Almost say, my one can oxygen mask first, and the way to an amount so crap of where will be. No crack. It's the first thing that will tell you in the aeroplane. That in times of emergency, now oxygen mask first, and so wait for an amount of crap of boa. It does appear said, second accused will take it. This whole way said, Dabi, let me rescue myself first. And these are all strategies that usually come during trial. 2. And Kwame, I think that the Attorney General and Deputy AG any prosecution team, no, adopted possibly, and you should look at all the oral cases so far. You hardly see more than 3 accused persons on one charge sheet. You hardly will see 3 accused persons or even 4. Maybe it's a lesson the Attorney General has learned because you see, from 2017 to 2024, no.
Mom, please, this is the house I was talking about.
Wow, this is so beautiful.
Interested. One interesting
nice.
part of it is we have the basketball court. That is it.
All right.
Okay, so kindly follow me. Let's talk.
Okay.
So this is a 2-bedroom house. And you can see how beautiful it is.
All right, I love it.
Okay. So, Mom, this is the hall. A very big one, of course.
Very, of course.
Do you love it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm proud.
All right.
So these are the 2-bedroom I was talking about.
Okay.
2 master bedrooms.
Wow.
And one interesting thing is we have a guest room washroom.
Wow.
Amazing, right?
Okay. Oh, do you have kitchen here?
Of course. How can a house not have a kitchen? There is a kitchen there. And one interesting thing is this house is for your own finishing. Whatever you want to do with the house, whatever you want to do, you can do it. The finishing is in your hands. And also the compound finishing is in your house. Whatever you want to do, you have it to your own.
Then I think I'm interested in this one.
Really?
Of course.
Then we can go ahead and make payments at the
Of course.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So guys, as you can see, Royal Home Real Estate, we are the best in the game. Mama, now...
Of course they are. I fear not for saying, I don't know maybe. So they are so, they are fear. Oh, I'm not going to be. Can I have my king?
Thank you so much. As you can see, Royal Home Real Estate has affordable houses for you. Come to us and get affordable houses at a very good price.
Royal Home Real Estate.
Luxury you can afford.